While there isn't a Bible of minimalism or an exact list of rules to follow to be a minimalist, there is somewhat of a minimalist overlord. I've come across a few minimalist philosophies that have helped change my life and my habits for the better, and I wanted to share them in today's video. But first, if you're new to my channel, thank you for stopping by. Here we talk about minimalism, building good habits, and things of that nature. So if you end up liking the video and you like that type of content, be sure to like and consider subscribing. Now, let's get started. Now, the first kind of idea or philosophy on this list is learning to let go of attachment to things. More specifically, things that we own, because they don't define who we are. Everything we own will one day be lost, stolen, broken, donated, outdated, sold, or thrown away. This might sound strange, and I'm sure some of you can even relate. I have this particular sweater that I wore for a specific time in my life where I felt like I was getting a lot of creative work done and an overall what felt like a very productive time in my life. I unintentionally created this attachment to this sweater just because of a time in my life where I was wearing it often. I just felt like I was more equipped to get things done when I was wearing this, which sounds annoyingly superstitious when I actually say it out loud. When I learned to let go of attachment to this sweater, I realized that whatever I was getting done had nothing to do with what I was wearing. It's just like when I would wear a Jets jersey every Sunday because I thought it would help them win, but we know that's never going to happen. At first, it was very uncomfortable to get rid of things I had attachment to. I was afraid that I would forget about the memories that I had with these items, and in some cases, what would even happen to them. Learning to be okay parting with sentimental items is a very liberating feeling, and has somehow made me okay with the lifespan of things coming to an end. When it comes to sentimental items, if I really have no use for it, or it could be given a better home, I appreciate the time and memories of whatever it is, and I move on. Now, the next one here is clear your schedule, and I am particularly passionate about this one. The idea today seems to be that if you're busy, you must be doing very well and that you are very productive. I do believe in working hard towards your goal and grinding to accomplish whatever it is you might want to accomplish, but overworking myself turned out to be counterproductive. I decided to start treating time as my biggest asset rather than tangible money. Anyone can lose an amount of money or an object and gain it back over time, but time is something you never get back. It seems today that a lot of people are embarrassed to say that they have nothing going on or a lot of free time, when I believe that it's something that can be embraced. Now, every YouTuber has said this at some point, and this is probably the only time I'm going to say it, but there is one video here that changed the way I looked at nearly everything. And to be honest, I never watched the entire thing because the title said enough. And the title was something along the lines of how short your life is if you only work for the weekend. If I find it, I'll put the link in the description box below. This definitely scared me a bit into treating my time more preciously and investing it somewhere where I'm okay with it going. Like taking care of myself, hanging out with people I love, and making videos and growing this channel. I personally know people that grind at 2 jobs, have no free time, and would probably be okay financially with just 1 job. There's nothing wrong with doing this if you just want money now and you're passionate about these 2 jobs, but if I were in that situation, I would just have to ask why. Is what I'm doing really worth all the time I'm putting into it? I mean, we're already halfway through April. I'm also really trying to put in perspective the opportunity cost of my decisions. For example, picking up extra days at work will bring me more money, but the day is now spent at work and probably a couple hours afterwards just recovering from the day. Consider clearing your schedule to only what is necessary and what you deem essential, and value your time more than anything else. Now, the next one here is to be more intentional. This kind of goes hand in hand to what I was just talking about, but I wanted to elaborate. I can recall many times where I agreed to do something or I agreed to be somewhere when I didn't really want to, but I did anyways. Whether it was because I was afraid to say no to go somewhere, a sale on something I couldn't resist, I would inevitably cave. I'm trying to use this philosophy of being more intentional with physical items as well as my time and decisions. Can you think of a time where you went somewhere that you didn't really want to go and you were miserable the entire time and you only went because you agreed to? While that might sound very negative and very antisocial, it's just an example of why I'm going to be more intentional with my decisions. I believe intentionality with our time and decisions should align with our goals. Instead of putting my time into something that has nothing to do with what I want to achieve, I don't really see a need for it. Don't get me wrong, I'm still a human and I still like to indulge in mind-numbing activities to unwind, but in moderation. Anyways, that was just 3 philosophies of a minimalist that I am trying to live by. But before I go, I just wanted to say that starting next month, I'm going to be posting bi-weekly instead of weekly because I'm going to be a little bit busier starting next month. And I will be posting weekly study with me videos if you've ever seen some of those. Just an idea. Comment if you'd be interested in seeing that. But thanks again for watching. If you did like the video, consider liking and subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you next time.